St. Margaret Mary's up against Emmaus in this girls' clash here on Field 1, Confraternity 2024. It's just getting over the result in the previous game, St. Mary's and Emmaus College. Kick after the siren to take the win 22 points to 20. St. Mary's. Margaret Mary's, yep. So I'll just go through two teams where they come from. St. Margaret Mary's College, they are from Townsville. Their coach is Jason Gray. Principal is Kathleen McCarthy. The college has been going since 1963. As I said, they come from Townsville. And Emmaus is from Jimboomba. And their coach is Nick Jones and Dakota Hollister. And their principal is Mrs. Jane Egan. College was opened in 2002 as a primary school. Expanded to year 12 in 2010. So Emmaus College, they'll be wearing the maroon colour with the blue V, whereas St. Margaret Mary's College will be wearing the light blue strip. So you'll see them on the right hand side, St. Margaret Mary's, and on the left will be the Emmaus College from Jimboomba. So they're a fair way apart. They probably wouldn't know each other. So that's the siren to start the next game. 5 o'clock. So just waiting for Emmaus College to make their way off the field so this one can get underway. In saying that, Emmaus and St. Margaret Mary's are yet to come on and get set. So St. Margaret Mary's to kick off. Local side from Townsville, St. Margaret Mary's College. 20-minute halves as for the boys, the girls. So we are underway. Oh, handling error straight away, and they'll come up with the footy. The referee will play on no scrum, so St. Mary's will come up with the footy. Aiding out from the try line. Referee trying to get Emmaus back on side. Wilson gets a penalty. So I'll have another crack here. Margaret Mary's. Sutherland Hatton. Fletcher's a dummy half. 5-8 goes herself. Moz will keep going and will go all the way and score the try here. And Brooke Kira will come up with the first points of the match. It comes on the back of an error from the kickoff. And Brooke Kira, the number 6, will come up with a try in the very first minute. Just allowed to run 8 metres out from the try line. Thinking about throws at a little bit of a dummy here. Was that enough? Well, doesn't matter. One-handed placement of the ball over the try line, and okay. So Conversion attempt here for Keely Munro. Strikes it, not too bad, gets it over the crossbar, so 6-0. So, really just waiting to see what the Six was going to do. She threw a little dummy there to Brooke Kira. She'll go over and open the account. So, 6-0. Lights been turned on here at Jack Manske Oval. So we've got another game after this one. Shadows almost right across the middle part of the home of the Townsville Blackhawks. So Emmaus. Allowed to bounce. Throws a pass here and steals a few more metres to the Margaret Mary's player. And a good quick play the ball. So good stuff there from Bridget Wilson. Oh, half a break, turns into a couple more metres to lock forward. Taylor Vero. Now the fullback goes to a run and Dage. Olivia Dage will get almost to the 40-metre line. Again, quick to play the ball. Fletcher runs into her opposite. Amelia Scholes. Good momentum here from Margaret Mary's. They've got numbers, just catch a pass, goes herself towards the try line, and Colette, she'll give the offload, and into the corner goes Anna Armart. And the number 3 will score on the other side of the field here for Margaret Mary's. Good vision here, catch and pass, are completely outnumbered on the right-hand edge of defence. Taking it through the line there was Chantel Wilson. I might have actually called Colette on that one, but it's a 17. And a good finish for the try in the corner. Poor old corner post has copped a bit of a workout here today at Confray. Very happy at all. Slight breeze. Put a bit behind this one to get it there. Score remains 10 points to 0. So, yeah, just weight of numbers. Now, I don't know whether it's whether they can regroup. They're staying in the in-goal area here. Emmaus from Jimboomba. Being a bit of a chat. The referee's going to say, you realise the conversion's being taken. Can we get on with it? Of course, they'll need every minute if they want to come back into this game. They can't afford to be lingering in the in-goal area. 14 minutes still to go. 10 points to 0. Let's see what they can come up with. So Mace from Jimboomba on the south side of Brisbane. In hinterland, on the way to the coast. As Ennis gets things underway. Takes the catch and away goes the fullback in Dage. Dage allowed to run. Dage still going. Gets the offload. A nice grab there from Armat. And Armat the 3. She'll set sail for the try line. She's got some wheels. She'll go all the way here. And from the kick-off, they're going to score another try here. And Margaret Mary's will convert another 4 points straight after the restart. The second try. Here's the restart. And the fullback here, and Olivia Dage is allowed to run, going sideways. And was able to link up, draws the defender of from Emmaus, and then just too much pace. And she takes the footy and a giant smile to the try line. 14-0. Conversion attempt. Successful. It's a 16-0 ball game, scoring more than a point a minute. So that's the 20-metre line. So it's an 80-metre try. Just too much pace. Uses every inch of Jack Mansky able. Must have come so close to the sideline. Knew what she was doing and puts it underneath the dot for an easy conversion. Restart. Oh, has it been touched by the hand? Referee says no, that comes off the leg. Munro. Now it's with Collette. Collette makes a good break. That's the halfway line just in front. Now they go across the halfway. So they're going to push towards that right-hand defence of Emmaus. Margaret Marys. Fletcher goes that way again. Allowed to take lunch, throws a bit of a dummy here to Bowie. Bowie gets absolutely smashed from her opposite number 7. I think it might have been Wishing. There's a try line close. Looking to reach out. So Margaret Marys looking for their 4th try, and they get it easy. So Margaret Marys 3 tries on the trot without giving any possession to Emmaus. And just strolls through to the 5'8" Brooke Kira, her 2nd try. She scored the 1st one. Not sure what the conversation was in the in-goal area. Might have to change that. Hear the ambulance in the background. I certainly hope they're not coming here. So conversion right in front. Another one final game here. Ignatius Park will be here for the 10-6 kickoff. Conversion has been missed, waved away. Score remains 20 points to 0. So, yeah, just tied defence here. They've had to do a lot of it. They've had no footy. Throws a dummy in. Over she goes. There's Brooke Kira, the number 6. Is there a handling error, anything in here from Emmaus to pounce on? Kick straight down and, oh, get out of my way. They mean business, flick pass. Good carry there from Collette. It's now in the hands of the Kira, the try scorer. Dage gets to the 30. It's looking ominous here. Emmaus need a number up, and it's going to be there you go, a knock on. Can't believe it, Olivia Dage, but this gives an opportunity here for Emmaus to have some footy. Scrum will be set on the 30. had absolutely no footy. Well, if they have, they've coughed up possession early. Pushing the scrum. Doesn't matter, the result's the same. Comes out in the way of Mason. There it is. Jakia Collette can make some breaks and can break some bones as well. Defence. There she goes again. That's 2 in a row. Absolutely. Bit of Ronna Peters there coming to Confro. They're going to try and throw the ball. Well, they're going to go back towards that player. Here's a second one. Player getting involved. This time the lock forward and Taylor Vero. And the referee's going to say there's a knock on, but don't know whether she dropped the ball or nearly a head. That's 3 big hits in a row. Have a look at this. Ushka right underneath the rib cage. Goes down. Gets up gingerly and loses the footy right there. So good defence there from Taylor Vero, but prior to that, Jakia Collette was collecting people. So now Margaret Marys have another opportunity to put some more points on the board. Vero, they're 18 out. 6 minutes remaining, first half. Numbers to the left-hand side. Oh, it's 2 on 7. You would think they'll score, catch and pass, and it'll go over and score. No, the cover defence has come across from Emmaus. Extraordinary. I thought there was a try in there for all money. Dula will get up and play it. Gets the offload. Collette. Dart from dummy half. Ball back inside. Flick pass. Oh, how did she pick that up? She did. Try in the right corner, and over she'll go to score. The try here will be Munro. Referee awards the try, but the player who passed it on to Munro could probably have scored it herself. So here's the first carry here from Vero. She gets the offload. This player here, the 19 in Bridget Wilson, probably could have scored it herself, but she obviously passed it on to Keely Munro for her first try. 5 tries now in the first half to St. Margaret Marys. Basically came back off 3 big hits from the defence of Margaret Marys. The third one resulted in a small knock on, allowed the scrum feed to go in the way of the local girls from Townsville, and then, just too good. We're able to score some tries. 24 points to 0, 4 minutes remaining in this first half. Conversion is unsuccessful. So it's probably a flick pass. Drew 3 or 4 defenders. That brought everybody in. The winger stayed on a wing, but the damage was done inside. So I'll come back for a restart. I would suggest that hitting it towards Jakia Collette on the right edge. She's certainly an aggressive player. All legal, of course. Just carries it with some venom. So they will decide to go short kickoff. Oh, grabs it out of the air. AFL catch there from the lock forward and Viro. Defence is strong. She'll play it. 9 inside her own territory. Now they go to the blind side. Here's Collette again. Turns it back inside. Oh, grabs it on the fingernails. This Fletcher. So Lee Namok is under there somewhere. 2 front rows peel off. Penalty for taking too long to peel off. Margaret Marys will get a fresh set of 6 with 2.5 minutes remaining on the clock. Collette with venom. Collette charges forward. Pulled down here by the 17. In the end there was Hume. Now with Dage. Fullback can get a play at 5 minutes out from the try line. Fletcher. Munro plays it off the ground. 4 defenders here come from Emmaus. They need to peel off and get back into the line. Previous try was scored due to numbers lacking. Collette will go over and score. Too strong. She deserves that try. She's been damaging with her returns. And Jakaya Collette will score in the 18th minute. There she is. Sees the gap. Has a bit of work to do. Gets between two shoulders in the 10 and the 14 and goes over and scores. Conversion is right in front, 28-0. Keely Munro with the conversion attempt. Not sure whether we'll get the second half underway. Sorry, a restart underway. Conversion is successful, 30 points to 0. So just tired bodies here. They've had to do a lot of defending. And Colette's been damaging, running out of her own end, or just a metre out from the try line. Well, Emmaus have come up quite quickly. They will get this underway before the siren. Takira Wisson. They decide to go to the right-hand side. Oh, is there a little knock on? No. I'll come up with a footy. Last play of the half. Thinking about an offload, doesn't do so. So 30 points to 0, all to be done here for Emmaus. We'll take a break. St. Margaret Mary's leading 30-0. Well, Emmaus Jimboomba, absolutely no footy whatsoever. And every time Margaret Mary's have had an opportunity, they've capitalised and produced to lead 30 points to 0. So 6 tries. 6 tries in that game. 2 to the centre 3/4 and Armat. Number 3. 2 to the 5'8" in Brooke Kira. 1 to the other centre in Keely Munro. And the last one just before half-time to the back rower and Jakaya Collette. 4 of those tries have been converted as they've been scored underneath the crossbar. Looking after their kicker. So 20 minutes remaining in this one, and then most people will be heading over here as the host school in Ignatius Park will come over to field number 1, and they will take on Marymount College from the Gold Coast. Siren goes. Restart as it's all for Emmaus. Try and get some points on the board. half a break. Fullback Dage has been strong. Tackle there's Maria Namok. Walker. Here she is again, Colette. Colette damaging a run again from the right back row. Gets the offload, keeping it alive. It's now with the 13 and she'll get close to the try line. Cover defence is coming from Emmaus. Diving in and the fullback will go over and score. And Olivia Dage will score straight after the break. Her first try of the game. Bowie. Gives it off to Olivia Dage. Conversion is successful, so 36 points to 0. Emmaus again just needs some footy. Have a look at this. Meter out. Goes herself and scores. Actually, it might have been the 7 actually. I think Taya Bowie scored that one. Emmaus make their way back to the centre of Jack Mansky Oval. Not sure if Taya Bowie's in relation to Benaya Bowie from up this way. Quite possibly with that speed and agility that Benaya has, could quite possibly be laid there because she certainly possesses that. So she was the try scorer. As Dage gives the offload to keeper. Number to the right-hand side. They have 5 players out to the right. They go back in the field. Here comes Colette again. And Colette allowed to do what she likes. Gets a few more metres under her belt. Gets the offload, keeping it alive. So stand in that tackle. Dage keeping the ball alive. The support play's been good here from Margaret's. Lee Namok again an offload. Dage with the footy. Goes into the corner. She'll go over and score with a 16. And this time it's going to be Caitlin Thiel with a try. In the left-hand corner. Peter Elmore joins me in commentary again. And have a look at this try here, Peter. It's just support play and keeping it alive.
Offload, draw and pass, another offload. Not being allowed to stand in the tackle and wing her into the corner.
Yeah, Olivia Dage just hung on to it, drew the outside men and players, I should say, and then boom. So just looking a little bit ugly here now, but as I said, Emmaus have just had no footy. Anytime they have, they've coughed it up. Lights are on.
Lights are on.
Something we had in Mackay,
yes,
but not in Runcorn, but that's okay.
Yep. Every carnival has its own little peculiarities and its own little ways of doing it, and we've got the host school in the next game.
If I'll take your mind back to the big crowds we had at Mackay when they played the night game on day 1.
Yep.
Massive.
Yep.
I don't know how many people there. It was obviously almost a host plus cup size crowd as we see.
Yeah, the thinking is to get mums and dads after work to come along and as many people as possible. And it's a good decision by Ignatius Park, and obviously in partnership with the Black Hawks and Brothers.
Now, Ignatius Park, not a happy year last year.
No.
No.
Yeah, so
Didn't make the... I don't think they made the semis.
no.
So it was rare, but they'll certainly want to make up for that, especially here at home.
Oh, yeah. You've had a good day?
Had a great day. The last game here was a kick after the siren
that
to
was
wrap
in
it up.
the St. Mary's and
Emmaus.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Well, that whole series of games at that time, I think Brendan's and Maris were a draw. And Padgell got home by 2 with a couple of minutes to go. So right across the board, very close games. And here we go again.
I asked you about your back, mate. How's your heart, mate?
Yeah.
Hey? How about that? Anyway, so Willing on.
St. Margaret Mary's again, coming out of dummy half.
Very strong. Fletcher.
Yep.
Pulled down by her opposite number 9 there, and Scholes. Numbers to the right-hand side. They head that way, through Bowie. Gives the offload to Keely Munro. Had numbers out to the right-hand side. Will stand in the tackle. Big back behind the left. They go to the right. It's 3-on-1. There she goes again, and Colette will go over and score her second try. She's been strong all evening. Will come up with her second. Scored one just before half-time.
We probably needed to go there the play before, didn't it? And just too big, too strong, running too hard.
That might actually been Bridget Wilson that's gone over for that one.
Okay. So Margaret Mary's have been doing very well. I think they went pretty well against Kerwin a couple of weeks ago. So they've come into the carnival with a little bit of form. So they would be expecting to be doing well, given the lead up they've had to the carnival.
Yeah, Mason just haven't had any footy whatsoever. So this conversion attempt, as there's no natural light on the field anymore, the lights are taking over as we get ready for this blockbuster kick off at 10 minutes to 6 between Marymount and Ignatius Park. Conversion unsuccessful.
That'll be a great game coming up.
Yeah.
Marymount have got a little bit of form coming into this, and obviously up against the host school. So there'll be plenty of people watching that game with lots of interest.
Yeah, as I said, want to bounce back from a disappointing year last year. But, I mean, you had these ebbs and flows. You have players coming in. You have a completely different lineup. So
yeah, well, you know, it's that two-year story generally, isn't it, with the boys in the 11s and 12s. We had Columba out there playing, I think, 19 boys in year 12 all total, you know. So
how does that work?
You know, they went pretty well, didn't they?
They came back, yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was it's a screamer of a game.
Yeah, great pickup. Great skills. And we've seen that, haven't we, with the girls game? We've seen the skill level just rise, and you've been doing this for a long time, Johnny, and you would have seen that, you know, the game has just improved year on year. And, you know, we're seeing that certainly at the Confraternity and in the game across the board.
Well, I can remember back when the competition was the SEQ Division 1, probably 10 years ago. Karen Murphy was just ending her career, and players couldn't pass left to right. Here's a chance here for the halfback, and Bowie will go over and score her second. But now they can pass left and right. They've got all the skills. They can catch, they can kick, they can tackle. Don't worry about that. But yeah, it's just certainly grown over the last 10 years, and we've just seen the NRLW, obviously the BMD Premiership as well at state level. And
and you know, it's as the game's in its infancy for us, I suppose. What we're seeing today is we're seeing two sides that probably aren't evenly as matched, you know, just by way of you know, opportunities to play the game. And as you know, we go deeper into the years with the girls comp, we'll start to see some of that, you know, Div 1 and Div 2, and the capacity for, you know, some of these larger blowout scores to not occur. But you've got to hand it to the girls from Emmaus. You know, they're still trying.
They're putting their face on the line, if I will. They're just certainly trying to get in the front there. But, you know, Margaret Mary's is the local side here from Townsville. They're sleeping in their own beds, or maybe not. They're fresh. They've got a lot of expectations on them. Emmaus coming from Jimboomba's conversion is successful. It brings up the 50. It's a tough ask for Emmaus, and Look, they'll learn a lot from it. They'll be...
Well, the coach will be talking to them about what's next. What does our next game look like after today? And, like I said earlier, the lessons they take out of today, obviously will build into their next game.
And look, it's great to see them here. They're not at home and watching telly. They're getting out, making new mates.
And I reckon you always tell by the way they come after a try. Look at them; they're still running back up.
Yeah, so, I mean they want that naught off the scoreboard.
Yeah.
They've got 8.5 minutes to do it. They're not worried about what the scoreboard says on the left. They want to fix what's on the right and see if they can do that.
They just need the ball.
They need
it. Absolutely.
I don't know. Probably
Can't score without it.
Maybe 15-20% of the ball.
Yep.
No, you're right. Apparently you need it to score. So.
And
but when it's not for the first time that ball's gone straight to the player.
Yeah.
It's a case of if you don't catch it, you get a split lip. So collect, get up and play it. I'll come to blind side.
Yep, here we go again.
5, but like you said, Peter, they're not afraid to throw themselves into the tackle.
Still willing.
Yeah.
It's just the number they're getting in there to take it, make it. That's the challenge. There's 4 in there, and that means there's 4 that are not in the line straight away.
Collect now. Yeah. That's the 30-metre line. We're trying to get the very tired players back on side. She goes again, and that's Bridget Wilson.
Offloads. It's the second phase. It'll get them here again. A great
tackle.
Oh,
there you go.
Tackle.
Terrific shot.
Yep.
Unfortunately,
there we go. And an arrow straight after it. There you go. And that you put that down to the tackle.
Actually, number 23 for Emmaus. I don't have on my
22
sheet.
is the tackler, I think.
Yeah, don't have a 22 either. So, but that's okay. Yep. She knows what she did. So do the supporters. So this will be a scrum feed to Emmaus College. As you said, you put in the big hits. Next carry, you're going to have second thoughts about who's coming at you, and that can cause a little bit of indecision. And a loose carry.
Let's see what they can do with the ball here, John.
They've got a set play, but it's going to be a long pass. As I said, 10 years ago, it was a case of it was very hard for...
That's a good run out of the back by the 9, the hooker.
Plays the pass left and right, but now they've got all the skills. So there you go. It's always growing, shot, play on, says the referee. The ball goes backwards.
A good run. Good clean up by the winger. Looking for runners. That's what we're doing at the moment.
Get the offload.
Oh. She's going to call that a knock on the referee.
Well, all through
that. We just needed someone to go forward. And but full marks to St. Margaret Mary's. Off the line.
You can only play what's in front of you and play your own game. And they will certainly come up against stronger challenges later on. Marymount, I'm not sure how the draw looks at the moment. Encyclopedia Michael Crutcher could answer that in 2 seconds. The man memorises everything.
He does.
He always loses his car keys, but when it comes to Confraternity, he can give you the draw just like that. Well, a little bit of a juggle at the back. Dacia's lurking there, but she's going to take it herself with a 5'8".
23 again with a good tackle.
Allowed to run. Cover defence is there. Very good from Emmaus. Emmaus Jimboomba defending their line. Throws the big dummy and then darts back in and scores a try as the 5'8". And that's her third try, Brooke Kira. Scores that with 5 minutes remaining.
5 minutes can be long, or it can be very, very short.
So tomorrow, who have you got tomorrow? For Padua?
Padua has St. Brendan's.
There's only one game?
One game in the morning, so that's...
for the day?
No, then we go into the quarterfinals. So in the Confraternity, the Tuesday afternoon game's the big one. So in the top 8, we'll obviously be having the top 2 teams from each pool playing off. So after that, we decide whether we're going to stay in the Bob Linder or the... the Tuesday afternoon's the period that we want to know. Everyone's playing for the win there.
So St. Brendan's...
That's the quarterfinal, so to speak. So the top 2 of each pool will go into the top division. So in Pool A. That'll be the Shield or the Bob Linder. And we'll know that by the game 1 of
by lunchtime.
Lunchtime. So, and that'll be the same across all the divisions. And that's, I think, the beauty of the carnival. You find your level. So, you know, if you've been beaten reasonably comprehensively on day 1 and the morning of day 2, then you're not necessarily up against a side that's, you know, from the top half of the pool.
Yeah, it's a great format. It's fair. It obviously goes on what happens on day 1, the toughest day for players. Obviously, you know, getting into it and trying not to use up too much energy.
Yeah,
but
it becomes a, you know, we're 21 players can nominate. And I think by the end of the carnival, they've used all 21. You know.
We said, well, here we go with Dage the fullback. Set sail. There's a lot of players after a Dage, but she's going to be too fast. She'll come and put it underneath the crossbar and put 4 more on the board.
You've called that name a number of times in this game.
Yeah, been very strong. This is the first time she scored a try. She's been involved in plenty.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's and the same rule applies tomorrow for the girls. They'll play. I'll play their games.
Yep.
Look at that, just some fleet of foot stuff. Throws a little bit of a dummy and then realises there's forwards inside. Dage set sail.
So the girls' finals Thursday night.
Correct.
That's different. And that's at 4:30 as the first curtain raiser to the State of Origin. I'm expecting a big crowd up here at Townsville. What's the... Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Well, there was...
certainly being promoted well, and being at a cider, I'd imagine that it's going to attract a few more. Weather's a little bit overcast for Thursday. Possible showers.
Queensland love the wet weather. Look what Lauren Brown did. Kicks a field goal in the mud.
No.
We're not playing anything. But it is a decider. It's a conversion is successful. But Towns will always turn up for their sport. I love it.
Yep.
And they, well, there's a try again from long range, long way back. She'll keep going. And Dage will score. And and the other thing the coach has got to do we rest players now or do we keep them going with their combinations?
Player management.
That's it. Knock on. So here's a chance. 1 minute to go here. Can Emmaus College get the footy across that chalk? They got 1 minute. Pack the scrum and find something magical. Come away with 4 points.
What's your call here, John? What do you do?
Well, they're probably going to get maybe 3 tackles, so I'd like to see them go straight towards the line, but their forwards is just too big. The middle third of Margaret Mary's has just been too strong. Their back row has been dynamic.
And Margaret Mary's don't look like they want to...
No, they
certainly...
They lost the numbers there. But here we go. Is there a push in the scrum? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. The referee they wanted to go in again. That's going to take up more time. So
and time we don't have. We've got down to 20 seconds to go.
So Emmaus need to know they need to lock this scrum.
One play.
But have a look at Margaret Mary's.
They
lead by 62 and they're still trying to get the ball back. The referee's probably saying no pushing. Well, they did anyway. Oh, just hangs on to it. So let's go. 1 play left after this one, if they can get it down. So do you go aerial? Ball in hand. They want to go to the left-hand side. So here they go. Well, she's going to be stuck with a footy, and that will be full-time. 62 points.
62-0, and
so
St. Margaret Mary's convincing winners, and Emmaus continue to try hard, didn't they?
They did indeed. So we'll see them again tomorrow. Thank you, Peter. We'll take a break here as we get set for the blockbuster coming up. Stay tuned.